Thank you for the follow, Board Alec. Stream will be starting very soon. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Sporty stream. How's it going? My name is Sporty FC. It's nice to see you all. Welcome in. Nice to see you again. It's a late Wednesday evening, and unlike our past couple of nights, this night's a little different. We've actually got two matches tonight. It's a very interesting schedule. We'll start off with New Age Panthers taking on Team Ignition. Two partnered organizations going against each other, and we're going to end up tonight with our third partnered organization. The third one that I'm on, also playing the 100x35 Pura Playas, taking on 7 Savages. The stream actually has been running very consistently, as we've had a stream I think every day for a very long amount of time. We had one on Sunday, Saturday. Friday definitely had matches. Again, we've been streaming for every single day for a pretty consistent amount of time. Last time we didn't have a stream was on. I don't know, we even had a stream on the 23rd actually. Again, we've had matches for a very long amount of time, so again, what a night of action though that we have. As again, we're going to be starting off with New Age Panthers Team Ignition. Thank you, Ethic. I see you there. Handsome always. Thanks, man. I'm actually planning to get like a bit of a haircut soon, so I'll probably look a little bit nicer as well with my hair a little bit shorter. We'll see. As again, our match coming up will be New Age Panthers Team Ignition. Let me just get this out of the way. Yes, New Age Panthers is my team. It is my team. Yeah, it's my team. I'm not a starter though, so that's why I am streaming this. But yes, it is literally my team. And we're playing against Team Ignition, a team that has been on the stream a lot. So very interesting match that it's for the first time ever in the stream's history. I'm casting myself. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. I'm casting my own team, which again doesn't happen often. Again, kind of a new thing here, but again, what a fun way to do it, I guess. So I got my own team on the stream here. Okay, working with that. We are again just waiting on the join, but again, this match coming up will be a best of 5 here between New Age and which is my newest current partnered organization. Missouri's gone? Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, yeah, Missouri isn't playing. As the Panthers taking on again Team Ignition, my current oldest organization that I've actually been partnered with. I've been partnered with Ignition since January of this year, I believe. So, in Poland called? Yeah, Poland. Yeah, Poland wanted that Missouri there. They heard about how good the state is, and they said, no, we got to get that too. Again, we are just wait for them here. As again, what a night it will be for us here, as we are kind of getting things set up. As soon as everybody's ready, we're getting this thing started. As again, we are actually, I believe, I also called recently. Again, I was trying to check out how many days I've been live in a row. We've so far streamed at least one match every single day since August 12th. Again, remember, every single day, that midnight is included for the day after, so again, we've been streaming a lot. Again, what an interesting day it has been. As actually, no, it's been since August 14th, not August 12th, because I didn't stream anything on August 13th. Since August 14th, meaning that we're basically at a kind of a record length here on the stream. Again, I do like to track how many days in a row I've been live streaming at least one match, and so we had a long record here. So again, thank you all so much for showing support, for continuously booking me. Always happy to stream for you all. As again, these are the match prediction bullies live, New Age Panthers, Team Ignition. Obviously, since I'm on Panthers, you know, there's a little bias there for that. But Team Ignition again is a really good team, and if I would tell you anything, it's to not sleep on Team Ignition. I mean, you shouldn't be. They actually have the stronger record. They're 7-1. They've only lost once this season. Whereas New Age have lost twice. New Age's, both of their losses were sweep losses, actually. First one to Team Sin, who is ranked, I think, just below them. Nope, ranked just above them. As Panthers are currently number 10. Team Sin actually is currently number 5. And their other loss coming just last week to Demonic Phantoms, who are currently the only team left in the league that's undefeated. Team Ignition. And they've only lost once. They have an even better record. Here at 6 and almost at 7-1. They could be 7-1 later today, but now they're 6-1. With their only loss coming in week 1 to Invicta Empire in a sweep. So far, they've had a 6 weeks in a row. They've been able to win their matches. Had 4 matches though in those 6 weeks. 2 of them were forfeits. For New Age Panthers, they only had 1 forfeit win. That was week 6, right before they played Demonic Phantoms. Again, records and overall stats show that Team Ignition should be the stronger team here, but again, I don't think we're going to be seeing I don't think we're going to be seeing a slow match for anything. I doubt this will be a sweep. I'm only going to call it here. I don't think this is going to be a sweep like both these teams have lost before, so I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be closer than those losses, but. Again, and the rankings do support that as well. Panthers are currently ranked number 10. Team Ignition number 6. Team Ignition still has a shot for the top 4. New Age Panthers do too, but they need to do incredibly well and hope that basically everybody else ahead of them does really poorly. They need to have basically all the teams ahead of them not do well, which is just not likely. So again, in kind of a likelihood here, Team Ignition, if they win, could lock in a top spot. They need to win in pretty confidently though, because the game differential is plus 12, actually the weakest out of any of the top 6 teams. The next closest is Team Sin, who also have 12. Again, Team 6 number 5, they have 12. Infinite Shots are the next closest at number 4 at 13. And Crossbar Champs also at plus 13. Those 3 teams are also at 6-1. So if one of them loses here... Sorry, if 2 of them lose here, Team Ignition, all they need to do is win to get in. And unlikely for that to happen, as... Again, it's going to be an interesting night as... Again, just waiting for them. Our next match after this will actually be an AGL match. Will be between 7 Savages, next 35 Pura Playas. And that will actually be a 2v2. And we are just waiting for these teams here. We could be getting close to our match start time again. But an interesting series. This will be a best of 5 to really settle their differences, I think. These teams should be on time. And we should be getting set up soon. I think these guys, we're just waiting on them. As soon as they're in the lobby, we're going to get things started. Here as, again, we're going to move to our lobby very soon. I can tell you that Ignition is in the lobby. They got Cody, LN, and CJ. For Panthers, I can tell you who they're going to play because I am the captain, so I get to hear that kind of stuff. It's going to be Unreal Acid, No Boost, and Kortkovs. Kortkovs is actually going to be his first competitive match for the team this season. He has not played for them before. Yes, Ignition starting Cody on LN. Krevlo is their sub, so they don't usually start him. As again, we are just waiting here for New Age Panthers. They should be here any moment. As right now, Ignition's just chatting with each other in the in-game chat. I don't know what they're doing. Again, are just waiting for the Panthers. As soon as they join in, we're getting this series started. It's going to be a best of 5. We have a good amount of time, though. We can wait a little bit if needed. Something that won't happen, as again, Unreal bots and no boots. They are showing up as online for me. So I think they're just doing some warm ups. They'll be in just a minute or two. I did tell them that again they have up to 50 minutes to join past match start time. Although if they use those 50 minutes, I'll be very surprised. I don't think that's going to happen. Especially for your final week of the regular season against a team that is ranked so highly. Knocking down Team Ignition would be a huge achievement for Panthers. So far, the best team they've been able to take down is Hitman. Which is still impressive. Again, I remember... Actually, that's the only match so far this season I played for them. I played 3 of the games. But again, they did win in Game 5 in that series. Again, it was an incredible match to be able to see as a spectator. But, we'll see how they do here against Ignition. Again, Ignition should be a pretty interesting matchup for them, this one. Shouldn't be one-sided. Again, I can tell you Ignition is here. We are just waiting on New Age. Again, both these orgs are partnered with me, so it's a rare instance where you have partnered orgs going against each other. It can happen super often on the stream. I think the last time we had it was when 100x played themselves when it was, I think it was Neon. No, it was Pura Playas versus El Canto. I think that's the last time we ever had 2 partnered orgs playing against each other. It doesn't happen often on the stream. But it does happen here, and so we're ready for them. Okay, we are hearing from Unreal. They're ready to jump in, so this series is going to be starting very soon. Again, I am not biased, by the way. In case any of you are wondering, again, because even though New Age Panthers is the team I actually play for, I'm not biased here. I want to see some good Rocket League. I want to see these teams really battle it out, really make it close. We do have, again, 2 best-of-5s tonight, so be a good day of action. As again, we are waiting for these teams. New Age Panthers, Team Ignition. Who has what it takes to win in the last week of the Skyward series. One team 7-1 with a chance to make it into the top 4. The other 5-2, wanting to prove that the top teams can be beaten after all. They've had an issue with those top teams. Again, the only best team they've beaten was Hitman, who are currently ranked below them. The Panthers have had troubles taking down the top teams. They've actually had troubles keeping up with the top teams. Again, their losses coming to Team Sin and to Demonic Phantoms, both of them being sweep losses. In addition, have had less of an issue. They have been the stronger team when it comes to that kind of stuff. As I can tell you, they are in the lobby, so let's get this going. As soon as I can spell. Here we go again. Good luck to both these teams. A matchup that will end the season off so well for them. On the blue is New Age Panthers, on the orange, Team Ignition. A best-of-5 series, Skyward series action, the final week of the regular season. Who's going to end it off on a positive? Team Ignition, we've seen this team a lot. New Age Panthers, well, you haven't seen them on the stream yet. I've been able to see these guys a lot. It'll be an interesting battle, because I think both these teams have the ability to play aggressively, but a lot of times I will choose to play more defensive, choose to wait back. And I think what's specifically going to be interesting here, especially for the Panthers, is just how far back they're going to play. Again, with Bartkov's jumping in as their new 3rd player. New Age Panthers can bring things here, Court. While this might be his first time playing competitively for this team. Not the first time he's seen these players. He's good friends with these guys, so you know for a fact that they'll be working as things go through. And again, it won't be too jarring to have him jump in. As Cody LN. Ignition holding the initial offense as LN midfield. No boost has kept it out. And here comes CJ. That's off the bar. Panthers already showing a bit of a lack of awareness on defense, but does stay out as now. Still in the corner. At least it's away from danger for the Panthers. He just hit this one away, but Ignition, ooh, they should have cleared that back. CJ's missed. Cody LN's got to go back. One-on-one with Court. Court is going to want to have a retry at that play because he completely missed it. Team Ignition with an easy clear. Now LN off the back wall looking for Cody. That's shot 1. That's goal 1 for Cody. And Team Ignition start to scoring off in their favor. The pass in front, the deception there from Team Ignition. You can see they're really doing well at pulling the Panthers out here. And that defensive nature from the Panthers, where they like to send their goal line, might come back to bite them here, because Ignition don't have a problem with that. They're going to find a way to get that shot in front of the net. Which Panthers have to do well to stop them, and stopping every single play in front of them is going to be very difficult as Team Ignition to hold them at bay. No boost. Stopped by LN. Unreal Acid gets around one. Dribble. Dunked by CJ. LN. No boost. Off the ceiling. Second touch. No boost goes down the field. Oh my. What a way to get the scoring started for New Age. No boost off the ceiling. Double tap. Cody stood no chance of getting that one. Game 1. Starting off with some fireworks from both teams. If things just keep going like this, we could be seeing quite the series. You love to see players who just go all out on those kind of plays. No boost. And Unreal Acid, they have that ability to do that as well. If they do feel like they can go all out, they will go all out for those kind of things. When it works, man, it is a magnificent sight to behold. McCarty is staying relatively further back. There's now no boost. Oh, he's caught too far back! And that's a free goal for CJ. Oh, wow, the play was great on the other end of the field for no boost. This one, not so much. He is completely lost in that play. Not even close to the ball, and CJ is giving us the shot for free. The Panthers will want to take that one back because that didn't go their favor. And they're going to need to find a way to score back and really, again, prevent them from staying so far back on their defensive half. A consistent issue for this team all season long. It's been that defensive line. They sit back too far. A lot of teams will use that just to wail on them as Unreal Acid's missed. No boost, though. Trying to hit it upfield. Maybe trying to find Korotz. Cody will keep it out. Good attempt from New Age Panthers, but Ignition did see it through. Cody now down the field. Ignition still holding the lead by 1. Now CJ off the corner. Midfield himself. Korotz going to keep it away. Cody. And all the way back. Team Ignition. Not trying to overextend. They have the lead. And they look like they are confident that they can hold this one. Even so, the offense is still there. They know that they can't be giving up the offense this early. They're only up by 1 goal when there's still almost 2 minutes left in the game. As CJ, what a dunk! Oh my! Oh, that's incredible from CJ! How on earth did he get back to that one? I mean, he used all his boost for it. And rightfully so. If he can get that dunk, he'll get it. Remember when I said earlier that the spectacular goals would happen? I wasn't wrong, was I? Spectacular goals will happen. CJ, back wall. Korotz gonna clear it out. Team Ignition trying to keep it in. There's a dunk from Korotz. That one is gonna go through. Gordkov's his debut match for the org. His debut match for this team. And that's his first goal for them in the series. New Age Panthers only down by 1. A dunk from Korotz in the midfield. And Panthers are keeping up with the Team Ignition. But can they break through? New boost. Pinch! Going to the back of the net. Oh, yes, they can. I guess that answers it. As that just goes in. CJ did not think about no boost. There's 130 km/h pinch. That one goes straight to the back of the net. A powerful shot. And Team Ignition. Maybe a lack of awareness is going to catch them here, but so far they've been the ones that have been able to control the lead a lot here. New Age Panthers are trying to contend for that. Ignition have a lot of work to do as CJ get the clear out. He's got the pinch. He's got the dunk too. Ignition to the back wall. Korotz bumps it. He's out of the way. LN. That's not on target. Still keeping it is LN, but still moving field. Cody. Not faster than Kortkov's. CJ. Alexis. CJ, we know what he can do in the air here. As one touch. Trying to find the pass outwards to LN. Back wall. Here comes Cody. Smash to the back of the net. Team Ignition with the full field 3-man passing play. It's CJ to LN to Cody. And Ignition in the lead by 1 again. They absolutely diced up that Panthers defense. Gave them nothing to work with. Passing play. That's something that Ignition have seriously improved upon this season from the last couple of seasons they've been together. Those passes have been so much stronger. It feels like at times sometimes they'll rely on one player, but not Not this version of Ignition. This one, it is a total team effort every step of the way. As Cody, he's going to be the one to put the effort in there. EJ hit it around the corner, not really expecting anything. As Korat, I mean, he did get that last touch. Unreal Acid should have had that one off the back wall, but it was just too fast for him to read, and that one will go in. Team Ignition now with a little bit of insurance late in game 1. The Panthers need to really play aggressive at this point. Time is running out for them, and playing defensively won't help them anymore. Don't have the lead. They need to fight it back. No boost. Cody Boost has the dribble. Clear out, trying to find Unreal Acid. Gets a dunk, but Cody's going to still force it through. Korakovs, sidewall, second touch, off the corner. Cody again stopping the play, progressing through the defense. LN will send it away. Game 1 will end here with Team Ignition starting off the series well. They actually want one more goal. CJ, the referee said he can hit this. The Boost will send it out, and the Panthers will let it hit the ground. Team Ignition start the series off well. It was pretty high scoring, a lot of incredible goals, but you gotta be impressed with what Team Ignition have done. An easy start to this series, but again, that offense of theirs, they really are able to get things to work. They were really able to punish just how defensively New Age was playing. And being able to do that, that's not an easy thing. Again, New Age are quite a defensive roster. They like to sit back a lot on defense. They don't mind making a ton of saves. And yet, Team Ignition didn't really feel bothered. They definitely countered that, meaning that New Age Panthers, to really progress in the series, they have to play more aggressively. They have to be able to counter what Team Ignition's doing. So far, it just doesn't feel like they're really stepping up to the challenge in front of them. As we move into Game 2, Ignition up by 1 in the series. Gonna add more as LN, dribble, dunk, goes through! Cody LN, one-on-one with Korat. And he does this so well. He's just magnificent play to waste time. Let Cody kind of threaten the bump jump, make Korat move to the back wall. And then the slow play is not actually try to play fast. He knows that Korat wants to rush to that challenge. So instead of trying to outpace him, he's gonna let the pace of Korat actually be his downfall there. And goal 1 already for Team Ignition. CJ off the corner, Unreal. As the play past LN, Cody jumping. Unreal's got it through. As CJ, he's actually got that second touch. Oh, but he's missed it. Cody LN off the side wall. No boost, wide. Cody, so the Unreal, that one was a little dangerous there. Cody didn't jump for it. Scary plays here for Ignition that did not look like something that should have been as difficult as it was. But if you get the ball out, and now give a chance for offense. But Korat, bump. 1-on-1 player there. Pass to Unreal. That's a great pass from Korat. Unreal Acid calls for it. New Age Panthers oblige, and they will definitely be benefited by that selfless action from Korakovs. Unreal Acid ties the game up at 1. They too are trying to mix in some team plays, and again, you can tell that, again, for Korat, even though this is his debut match for the team, doesn't feel out of place. Doesn't feel like he's struggling to keep up. He doesn't feel like he's really in a position that he shouldn't be in. No, he looks comfortable. He looks like he's been playing with these guys for a very long time. They have that chemistry that works, I think. Again, that just shows you just the fact that Korat is not new to this team in any way. Got a lot of experience with these players. Knows how they want to play, and he knows how to work this. That's a good shot from Unreal. The lead goes to New Age Panthers. Team Ignition with a bit of a weak touch there from Cody. I don't know if he was trying to set himself up for a play there, but whatever it was, really didn't make that Cody LN's positioning look all that great. It's just a straight touch right to Unreal. And Unreal Acid, he's a guy that has pretty strong shooting, as maybe he's going to try to do it himself. Slow shot, but he saves Unreal Acid. Going to clear it the other way. Again, as I was talking, Unreal Acid definitely has good shooting. Can't give him chances like that. He will find that net. Rarely does he ever miss the target. Unreal Acid. OD. Sent downfield. Maybe trying to find CJ Korakovs. Dribble. Team Ignition. Virtually no say in the midfield. CJ. We get that one, but Unreal Acid off the back wall. CJ jumping. Still doesn't get it. Team Ignition. Really being pushed back here by a Panthers team that, again, I said they need to be more aggressive. They're doing exactly that. They're challenging a lot higher up the field. They're not waiting for the play as often. They just have to keep Team Ignition back. But Team Ignition, TJ pass 2, Unreal Acid has the clear, but it only goes as far as Cody. You do hear that touch the sidewall. It's Cody LN. Pura comes across his own net. And a little dangerous here for UH Panthers as they're the ones who now have to be pushing back. They do clear it away by no boost. LN's got to retreat. TJ will take it off him. The game's still left to go, but Ignition, that time may very much tick away very quickly for them. And now with the 2-minute warning, Ignition still, it feels like they're playing so much on defense. They're really starting to get the ball out again. Good Panthers just putting in earlier challenges as that's going to go in for no boost. One mistake is all that it takes here. And LN, he's got to be very disappointed. That is a very routine touch for him. To see a guy like him miss that is quite baffling. But for the Panthers, they'll take that game. They'll take that goal. They'll take this game if they can. The series up as for Team Ignition, though. Still time left for them, but chances have become a lot more slim than they once were as LN upped by Unreal. TJ trying to hit that back wall. To in front, Cody won't get it past Quad as, again, the Panthers just faster, higher up on the challenges. Quad again, dribble down the field, one to beats, Unreal off the crossbar. Unreal Acid. Barely does he miss, he did just there. Even then, it was looking like it was going in anyways as CJ, flip reset, fake play, no boost, stops it, and Cody will put it in. CJ catching New Age Panthers, going for boost, and more specifically, going to their back wall. Makes them watch the play, and he makes them both think that the flip reset is coming. Instead, he fakes it, lets them get a weaker touch than possible. As we'll now allow Cody to shoot that one as now a double commit from Ignition. LN off the corner. Oh, he's not going to be happy with that. That's going to be clear back in. Quads. Back pass, no boost. Not the touch he wanted there, and now time for Ignition. CJ, corner, second, that's near post. Quat's got the block. Where's the shot? It never came. UH Panthers double committing though, and now LN. He's on a 1-on-3 chance. He'll not even get past that first defender. There's no boost. And back upfield by CJ. Cody, he's trying to find CJ again. Midfield, CJ has boost, but he will have to reach for that one, and will never get it. As LN, back wall. Stop on, no boost from getting it clear. Cody now, weak shot will be blocked. Ignition, finding more room, but look at this on the Panthers. They're sitting back, they're turtling up in their nets. And Ignition haven't gotten the shot strong enough. It feels like they're just throwing the ball at that net there, hoping that they would miss. It's not going to happen here. Panthers will find is now midfield. Cody's kept it out in LLN. They hit it down, no boost sends it back. Ignition struggled so far this game to get offense, and now at this point, they're starting to get it. Time is starting to run out. This one stays on the corner. Court Cobbs. LN. Ignition. Maybe a chance. LN. Oh, it's hit the ground before he could get to it. And game 2 will go to New Age Panthers. And my prediction would be correct. This will not end in a sweep for either of these teams, as it was relatively even in the overall stats, but Panthers still playing more defensively. But this time, they were able to get the lead before they played that defensive style, and it's exactly what I think they could do here to take down Ignition. If they start off a little more aggressively, they can take Ignition down. And as the game progresses, if they keep that lead, if they have a substantial lead, they can kind of wait in their nets, let the play come to them from Team Ignition, and they can stop a lot of these very weak and inefficient shots from Ignition. A lot of them just go to Panthers where they can block it. What really makes things work for Ignition is whenever they allow that second player of their offense to get involved more, whether it be a pass or whether it be a planned follow-up, that's where they really find ways to get through the Panthers' defense. Those first shots just aren't going to be doing enough for them, as you move to game 3, and one of this will have match point. TJ. Down the field. Back wall, maybe trying to play the pass in front. LN, 50 by 2. Cody, that one is off the post and in. Kuratkovs, waiting on the goal line, was absolutely petrified to see that both Unreal and Nobu's double commit here. And yeah, Cody, he does not miss those chances. As for Ignition, this is a better start than they had than the last game. Those good starts again. We're seeing these teams really progress into a style where they can maybe sit back and not commit as heavily. So one across the midfield. Ignition. Again, trying to play patiently in the midfield. You can already see again that they don't want to commit. They don't want to overcommit. They don't want to send too many upfield. They don't want to overexert themselves into that offensive zone. They know that they don't have to score. Now, realistically, they're going to try their hardest to, but not going to push up aggressively, and I don't think we're going to see that from the Panthers either. Is that what a miss from No Boost on Real Acid? But keep it away. Challenged by CJ off the ceiling. Kwartkovs. CJ. Gonna send it back as Unreal Acid. And put one on. Cody LN keeps it out. Team Ignition. Waiting for the chances. Kwartkovs at the corner. Cody. Lob shot. Saved by No Boost. New Age Panthers. Letting the barrage get saved every single time. As Cody. Another one that's in front of that's just waiting. A player from Ignition to get CJ. Dunked by Unreal Acid. Off the sidewall. LN racing back. But he will save it out. A follow-up shot. Cody LN gets to it too. A big block from Cody LN. Two big blocks, in fact. He keeps it out for now. But Ignition. Gotta play some defense. No Boost. Going to the target. Cody keeps it away. Unreal Acid. Pitch. That one. Not on. Follow-up. Rolling. CJ's kept it wide. Ignition. Running out of boost pretty quickly here. Cody on 5. Can only get enough strength to get past one player. Goes all the way back. CJ now. Leaves it for Unreal Acid. Cody LN. Doesn't control it. Kwartkovs on targets. Cody has the block. Ignition. Just waiting. Waiting for the opening. And now maybe it is. But Kwartkovs, what a block in the midfield. Again, the aggressive challenges work here, but that's a good demo from CJ. We'll open up space here for Ignition. We haven't seen them go for a lot of those demos, but I'm really surprised we haven't, because with how Panthers are playing, with that goal line being such a strong threat, why aren't they trying to move those defensive players? But as for the Panthers, I mean, they were a team that was known to be quite demo heavy, but that was back when they had Missouri on that starting roster, back when Missouri played for them. He was that demo player for them. Now, is anybody going to kind of pick up the slack? Or will it just kind of fall through? We'll see, because so far it's still a 1-0 lead, a 1-0 difference. As to the sidewall, Unreal Acid keeps it up. Kwartkovs dunked by Cody LN. Ignition trying to pursue a second goal. This one dribbled, No Boost with the block. He is going to get shuffled away here. Kwartkovs looking for a chance. The chance may never come soon enough here for Ignition. They're still pushing. They're still asking. Sorry, not coming up soon enough for Panthers. Ignition. Letting it Panthers ask questions. They aren't going to be too worried about it. It's off the back wall. Cody LN. And down the field. CJ. Redirect. That one will be collected by No Boost, but he's going to have to jump over one. Now he's got a flip reset. Cody will get the block. Team Ignition, again, just holding a 1-0 lead. They don't care about scoring at this point anymore. The defense is all that really matters, although they do, again, they really want that second goal, but they know that they cannot push too high. That more important to keep Panthers away from the net and to try to get to the net themselves. As Cody, Kwartkovs, challenged by CJ. That's a miss, but No Boost has the dribble. No Boost, 1-on-2, gets through Cody LN, Unreal Acid, and Cody's gonna challenge aggressively. CJ's missed. LN's backflip, No Boost, that's not on. Follow-up shot, never came. Kwartkovs turned away. That was a chance he could have gone for. Now an infield chance, No Boost. Oh, he's missed it completely. Ignition, breathing a sigh of relief. Now CJ's gonna put this on. Panthers shied away from the chances in those final seconds. They've got to go down the entire length of the field. CJ to the corner. Bouncer, Kwartkovs. Gapped up high. Unreal Acid. Couldn't dribble it. Game 3 going to Team Ignition. A 1-0. It was close. But ultimately, it was Ignition who took it. Now, here we go. Game 4. As Game 4 again could be where the Team Ignition side take this series again, the final week of the regular season, and I'm just gonna say it, they're looking pretty good. Again, a series like this could potentially propel them into that top 4. It is probably still somewhat on their minds, although they're more likely just looking to see if they can take this series, just get into the playoffs. Even if they make it to the wild card, they'd be one of the top seeds if they were able to take the series. As New Age Panthers, though, a loss in the series could mean they actually fall to a match, actually become the underdogs, and something that they want to have happen to them. As demo, Cody, they clear it away. CJ trying to find it back to Cody, and with no boost, he's looking for a pass in front. CJ's actually gone for that, and I don't like that decision. He really has no chance of winning the ball, but it doesn't really matter for them. They get the offense right back as free pass there from the Panthers. Unintentional it may be, they will take it as Ignition. Oh, Cody, he's just bumped out LN. He went for one extra touch when he didn't have to. Well, the passing plays earlier were nice. That one was Cody's fault. There's no boost. Off the sidewall. And that's a good second touch as he got through all of them. Cody off the back wall. Now a touch infield by Korat. Cody LN. Trying to play midfield. CJ. Challenged by no boost. Cody waiting. Korat off the back wall, but Panthers, well, they have the offense. They don't have the shots just yet. I mean, Lance is trying to find a quick one here. That's a good play. No Boost got an open net. No Boost has an open goal. The series just finds a way to go back and forth, doesn't it? I mean, Lance, I nearly thought he was actually had that one on target. He did not, but it was threatening enough for Team Ignition to clear. Team Ignition. Maybe their time to try to answer back. Korat. CJ keeping it away. Now he's bumps out unintentionally there. Cody's kind of overcommitted on that one. Cody, a little too confident on his team there. He should probably not have done that. But it won't count as a goal against him. He'll be very thankful as this might Korat to the back wall. It's actually going really close to that net. Cody will wait. Doesn't get the clear. LN. CJ now bumped each other. Free ball for Panthers. It's Korat. Up for a no boost. Looking for a dribble play. Maybe trying to put it in. That one's kept out by Cody. On defense from the team captain. He's been suiting that kind of position very well. He is that kind of a facilitating player. Definitely an enabler. You're not going to see him do any of the crazy, flashy things on this team. He is able to kind of just allow his teammates to kind of be there with him as CJ's going to leave it for LN. We'll go to the back here as no boost. CJ stops moving, and it's a bit frightening here because we're midway through the game and the Panthers are leading by 1. As Cody LN doesn't get the shot. Unreal Asset does. New Age Panthers will double their lead to 2. And with CJ out now, I think in a disconnect situation, things don't look good for Team Ignition. They gotta hope that he can reconnect. It's the only thing that can happen. I gotta hope especially that they can come back this one because Panthers are off to a good start, and so far as we've seen the series, teams that get off to a good start usually can keep it that way. Cody challenged by Unreal Acid. Borat. Again towards Unreal Acid, but that one's gonna be kept wide. Cody LN. Sidewall. No boost. Sending it long. Cody off the back. Ignition. Find the chances. CJ. Dribble. On the corner, but waiting is Korat. New Age Panthers, again, are the same reliable, but again, Korat, he's coming in, he's looking really good. Again, he's fitting with this roster way better than I think many could have expected. Was he being the replacement for Missouri? Those are some pretty big shoes to fill, but So far, he's definitely done well, although a little less heavy on the demos, a little more heavy on trying to allow our teammates to push up. Whatever it is, it's working for us. Now Unreal almost missed it. No boost. Light touch. CJ couldn't get the shot on. Team Ignition still searching for their first goal of the game as Unreal Acid demoed. In comes LN. We'll go back for Cody. 1v2. Cody, straight shot. Saved by No Boost as it hits the bar as well. From the Panthers, but now you're back from Ignition. That double commit will not be forced to count in something against them. Korotkovs made it down the field. Cody LN. Find the pass to CJ. Jumping his Unreal Acid. Team Ignition. Getting into a brick wall here in the Panthers. Again, once the Panthers get a lead, you can just see how tough it is to actually break this team when they are willing to not play nearly as aggressive, nearly as forceful. They're going to allow you to push up, but you're going to have to be the one that can score against them. And that has not been something that Ignition have been able to do consistently. Now a pass in front, Cody, not on target. CJ now, he does get through No Boost. 16 seconds left. And Team Ignition, all they need is one more to tie this thing at 16 seconds. Not a lot of time in a game. Game 5 looking very likely, but we'll see if we go there for Ignition. I'd like not to go to that distance, as well, these teams has been a well-fought series, but the New Age Panthers, they've done well to keep up with an Ignition side that has definitely not been able to keep up whenever they're down, as out clear from No Boost will end it. It will stay on the ground. New Age Panthers forcing a Game 5 in this series. Winner of the next game will take the series. We'll move to Champions Field. Team Ignition, partly the game, they did have a disconnect with CJ. I hope that, again, it seems like they might be trying to resolve that issue right now, but it also kind of hurt them a little bit, says they did not keep a good amount of that ball possession. Again, it feels like whoever scores first just can do whatever they want, can stay back and play more defensively. And again, with the team that's done that has overall been the stronger team. As Manic asking, where's Missouri? Missouri's in Poland. If that helps you. Korotkovs is his replacement for the rest of the season. And right now he's been doing pretty well filling in those shoes. Again, I think he stayed back a little further than what Missouri would do. Missouri's a much more aggressive player, but still, he's been able to allow Unreal Acid and No Boost to really excel at they're good at. And now in Game 5, everything in this series comes down to this game, and I think really comes down to who scores first. So far in these games, whoever scores first has such a huge advantage. As Korotkovs trying to find a quick one. CJ off his back wall. Will now challenge Korot. Unreal Acid trying to send it back in. No Boost jumping, but his touch will be easily collected here by Ignition. CJ. Wave dash, can't get it. Korotkovs. Double tap. Cody LN going back. Will be kept wide, but only for a second. Unreal Acid now. Not on target. Cross the net. Cody's going to be challenged by No Boost. Right, Panthers, again, this aggressive style, something that we haven't seen at all this season, where they're challenging way higher than they usually do. But I hand it to what the Panthers are doing. Finding a lot of plays to get the shots going. There's No Boost. Cody LN. Kept down for CJ. Unreal Acid now. Korotkovs to the back wall. Cody will send it away. Just a big boom game right now. Nobody really trying to keep possession all that much. But here's No Boost. There's got two to jump from Team Ignition, but they just answer with a clear of their own. There's now CJ. That's an open backfield. Korot's going to try to get back. ODLN went for the bump, but he didn't succeed and such. And again, look at this. Just a big clear. Back to Team Ignition. CJ off to the corner. ODLN. Again, the clear game so heavy for these teams. But that's an open net. And LN, where was that net open for him? New Age Panthers, I thought they had at least one more player back, but obviously they did not. A very aggressive play from them, trying to hold that midfield. Instead of helping out there, they kind of worked against themselves. Team Ignition are up by 1. No Boost. Gets through Cody, LN, challenged by Korot. Ignition again with the first goal now as well. Again, so far with this, how the series has gone, that first goal usually has such a huge emphasis on who can control this game. We're gonna see what Ignition do if they. Again, I think they're gonna continue to do the same kind of thing they've been doing, but they may not take nearly as many risks. I mean, that Panthers have to find some ways to really get through them. And that's a good pinch down the field. That one's open, and this one is a little more understandable for the Panthers on why there's nobody back. That one, a straight pinch down backfield, but no boost. Just didn't challenge us correctly. He challenged it, not goal side, and we'll go against them. As the bonfire of Team Ignition getting ever stronger halfway through the game. And for New Age Panthers, their final week of the regular season ended off on a positive here, trying to take down one of the top teams in this league. And while they are keeping it close, still not able to break through as Korat. Dribble play, stopped by CJ off the back wall. CJ, what a second touch from CJ. What a composure to keep up with that, and not to own goal in that position when he's going for that second touch. I mean, the Panthers could be right on top of him. Mechanics of CJ, he's definitely the most mechanical player for this team, and you don't really see that from him. You don't really see the mechanics of any of these players. Again, they are much more heavily reliant on being able to follow each other up. So the Panthers trying not to be shut out. They need that ball out. CJ, though, save on the line by Unreal. What an incredible stop there. That's on the goal line as well. Point blank range. Ignition couldn't find it. And now a double commit. CJ always missed that net wide left. And this one trying to get pinched out. No boost will be first to it. Up to the back wall. Cody LN does not have it. In comes Korat. Cody clears. Unreal Acid. Gonna find the target. CJ's kept it away. Team Ignition saving their chances. As Korat around the corner. CJ can't get enough on it. This one a bit of a waiting game here as Team Ignition beckoning the Panthers to play aggressively, beckoning the Panthers to overcommit. The Panthers are not doing that. They might have to soon as time is starting to run out. Korat. Double commit from Ignition. Cody jumping in too. Now no boost. Jumping his way around. Cody LN gets it out. This jump from CJ will allow them to push up again. In front of the net. Shot! Scored by CJ. His second goal of Game 5. Team Ignition not letting go of this lead. In fact, they're going to extend it by one more. And the Skyward Series venture for Team Ignition might be able to end off their season 7-1. What an incredible record that would be. As for the Panthers, the season ending off with 2 straight losses in a row. The wildcard was already secured for them, but now, well, now it looks like it's going to be even more difficult for them because some of these other teams are taking them down, and they're going to have a really tough first round opponents. Team Ignition up by 4, and at this point, I think it's not a question anymore if Team Ignition is going to win it, but by how much are they going to win it? New Age Panthers going to be able to score. No boost, trying to just get one play to work here, but Ignition quickly shut it down. Midfield pass, that one goes high. Unreal Acid jumps by Cody, and Ignition just going to keep that ball out a little bit more. CJ, no boost to the corner. Cody LN sends it away. Unreal Acid. The sidewall looking for Korakovs. Korakovs, well, yeah, had a good series. Ignition have had a better series. And really, it just comes down to who had that better start. And Ignition has done it in 3 out of the 5 games. That's enough for them to win a series, because this one will end the Team Ignition's victory. They'll end their season off 7-1. In fact, they end off this game in a shutout. A win for Team Ignition. As for the New Age Panthers, again, even though they didn't win, that was a close performance from them. They played well up to that Team Ignition side. But ultimately, the New Age Panthers, and, which is my team, they do end their season 4-1. Unfortunate series of events here, but at least, again, at the very least, they did keep it close, and that should definitely be a statement to a lot of other teams that are going into the playoffs thinking that this will be an easy team to go against. No, New Age Panthers are not an easy team to go against. Sorry, they're not 4-1, they're 5 and... Sorry, not 4... They're not... Did I say 4-1? No, I said 7-1 for Ignition, 5-3 for Panthers. Again, Ignition winning 3 games to 2 in a Game 5 that, well, while the Game 5 itself wasn't close, the series itself was. We are again gonna go to a quick Team Ignition interview. I think they do like these things a lot, so we'll be joining them as well as our next series. Again, if you guys want to take a look at our schedule, will be an amateur gaming league match with 7 Savages and X35 Pura Playas. As joining me here in the interview room is the roster, Cody LN, and CJ. Congratulations on your win. I'm a little salty, but no, it was actually a really fun series to watch. Good, thanks for that. But again, it was no, it was actually a really good series though. Again, congratulations on your win, a 3-2 victory. It was close. New Age Panthers. I mean, you knew they were going to give you a tough time, Cody. This series was so back and forth. You guys had to continuously rebound from really difficult game losses. What about this series, and what about you guys as in your mentality allowed you to kind of make up for any sort of bad loss you had?
I feel like honestly a lot of the games that we lost were more so us like making mistakes that we don't usually make, and so we kind of just told ourselves that as long as we keep playing like our game, we're gonna win, and that's what ended up happening in Game 5. We just focused up, calm super hard, and put our heads down and won the series.
Yeah, of course. And again, you gotta be really happy. Again, I mean, this game is basically just a mental game. You have to make sure you have your mental intact, and you guys definitely did there. Cody LN to kind of follow up on this one as well. Again, you started off the season poorly. You got swept by Invicta Empire. Now, at the end of the season, you've now won 7 weeks straight in a row. A huge rebound, about as good of a rebound as you can have here. 7 straight weeks of winning. Team Ignition, one of the top contenders here. Tell me about that kind of rebound. That week 1 was absolutely horrible for you guys. This new roster coming in, it was a top roster that was expected to be pretty good. It was a very well-rounded roster, and yet that first week was absolutely horrible. You got swept by Invicta Empire, but now since then, it seems like everything has changed. Tell me about the start of the season now versus now, and the change that you guys have made.
First and foremost, that week 1 was absolute garbage because our other guy, Krevlo, had his internet disconnect. So we lost the first game, and then the last 2 games, Cody and I, we had to 2v3, and then the third game, I wasn't even able to be there, so we had to reschedule that for a whole different day due to Krev's internet being pulled on him. But besides that, we really just kind of focused up and just really tried to schedule in some scrims, stuff like that, and then I think just naturally sort of like clicked more. So I mean, super, hopeful that we maybe get a top 4 due to things outside of our control, but that's besides the point. But I mean, other than that, we've just really tried to play around each other for what we've been able to in this new season.
Yeah, well, top 4 or not, you guys are going to be a top team to win this thing. You guys, again, just had a lot of really good matches, a lot of really confident weeks. CJ, last season, again, I think I mentioned this before, but last season you were unknown.
CJ's not here. Sorry, Sporty. I mean,
oh, CJ?
He joined, but he messaged me and he had to step away. Yeah.
CJ.
Sorry.
CJ's on this voice call. He's just off doing his own thing. Thanks for letting me know, Cody. Well, I guess I'll ask you then again. Again, kind of being the longtime member, I know that you guys have mentioned it before, kind of the legacy member of this organization. You and Greville have been on this team for a very long time, longer than actually I've been on the organization myself. So, again, seeing all these changes, seeing all your success, all your ups and downs, and Ignition continue to find ways to get to the playoffs now. The situation with top 4 being something that could actually happen for you guys if other teams do struggle. Again, you have to hope for a lot of things to go your way. But even if you don't make it, going to the wild card as a top team and a team that will very likely make it again. Well, talk to me about kind of this team's continued success, even with all these roster moves, even with the team continuously kind of rotating. Tell me about this team's continued success and about why this team is so successful. This team, and more importantly, this organization is so successful.
I think a lot of it comes down to like our energy and how involved we are in the community. I mean, even if we don't have like the greatest roster, what we do is we just like talk to everyone in the scene, get some scrims in, practice, or like analyze a lot of our games, in between seasons. Once Ruby and Drazix left, since I had scrimmed a lot, I was able to make connections like CJ and Cody, and kind of was able to hand pick who I wanted to join me, and was really thankful that they were able to. So it's been definitely a battle, and we don't choose our teammates lately. There's a lot that goes into it. We want to make sure we mesh and have really good energy. And I think that's just something that keeps us up, and we're supported really well by Ignition. And so between the support that we get and the practice we're able to make together, kind of keeps us on the uptrend.
And of course, I guess I get to add to that, the organization, again, it is ran by Ignition Ziggy. I don't mention him a lot. He's always there supporting you guys as well, which is one of the cool things. Ziggy, it's always nice to see an owner in the chat, supporting their team every step of the way. Cody LN, tell me about Ziggy. He's kind of an unsung hero for this team. Tell me about his effects. Well, he may not be on the roster. He has an effect. Tell me about what he does for you guys.
So Ziggy, in my opinion, because I've only been on here since the start of this season, so I haven't had a lot of interaction with him, but from what I have, he's just a very wholesome sort of person, and I just love the support that he shows on a continuous basis for not only this team, but the organization as a whole. So it's just very uplifting to know how much he does care. And that's something that is very enjoyable. I was tuning into the stream and I seen like him commenting, just like giving his support, and that's just something that feels really nice. It's like what I used to have with Radiance back when I was on every single team and then some. But no, it's definitely been a blessing to have him just support us.
Again, you got him cheering from silence. You got a lot of people cheering for you guys now going into it. Whether you make top 4 or whether you have to go for the wild card, you guys are a scary team. Again, what an entire season. 7-1. Quite the impressive outcome. Even if you go to the wild card, you're gonna have you're gonna have a pretty nice time there. Again, gonna be quite the run for you guys. You guys have made quite the run this season. You still got, again, I know you guys are in a ton of different leagues. I know Cody himself he plays for Skyward, he plays for Blackline, he actually plays on 2 different teams for Evolve Championship Series. Cody's everywhere. I don't know how you do it, Medi. But again, it's quite the series and quite the ending as well, to take down UH Panthers in a close Game 5. They gave you a run for your money, but you're able to keep it and store it in the bank. Again, quite the win. Before you go, though, of course, we always end it off. We're going to do a quick shout-out segment. We'll start with Cody.
As always, shout out my teammates. They held it together there, so we focused up in Game 5. Shout out to you, Sporty. Great cast. And it's just honestly, shout out to Skyward Series. It's been a very, very fun and competitive league, and looking forward to the playoffs. And shout out to everyone over at Ignition and everyone that watches and support us. Thank you, guys.
Again, a big win. Of course, though, also here with us is Cody LN. Is there anything you want to say to add to that? Again, it's the end of the regular season. I might get to see you guys a couple times in the wildcard, but if not, it might be a while before I see you guys again. Is there anything you want to tell? The stream, Cody LN?
Definitely big shout out to both Krev and CJ. Krev being here in spirit and CJ being here now in spirit after the game. This Cody action is absolutely too insane for people to handle, and it showed after that week 1 mess that we had to undergo, which we almost won that game when we 2v3'd. I will say that, if that counts.
We hung in there.
But shout out to Ziggy and everybody at Ignition, and shout out to you for just always being a wonderful person and casting for us, man.
Again, congratulations on your win here. Thank you for joining us, Cody and Cody LN. Congratulations on your win, a 3-2 win over UH Panthers. Actually, you're now in the match that's made history. The first time I ever casted, and I had myself on this, casted my own team. That's never happened before. Because usually,
and you lost, so suck it.
I know they lost. No, they'll be ready for the wild card. I have full faith in this team to do well in the wild card.
Oh no, I'm scared.
Yeah.
But again, congratulations on your win. Have an amazing rest of your nights. Hopefully, I'll get to see you guys again very soon.
Thanks, Sporty. Have a good night.
Thanks, Sporty.
Was Cody LN there in the voice call? A 3-2 win, a close one over the Panthers, but the series will not go the way of the Panthers. And of course, again, as we said before, our next match, if we go to our schedule, will be 7 Savages, which is 7 Savages, which used to be the LDZ. What's it called? I think it was LDC White. No, LDZ White. I have to check. What was it called? What's it called here? But again, it was 7 Savages taking on next 35 Pura Playas. It's actually the Pura Playas 2v2 team again. This is a 2v2 match, so what a interesting round it will be as, again, I believe this team is LDZ or something like that. Let me check. It is, no, it's FBZ. Oh, I'm not even close. I'm thinking of LDC. That's still collectibles. FBZ. This team was on FBZ. Now, again, now they're on 7 Savages. Again, it's going to be, the matches again, they're going to take on next 25 Pura Playas 2v2 team. Up next on the Sportia stream. We'll go to a quick break. We'll be right back. Hey everyone, I actually made an apology there. My apologies there. I accidentally made a mistake on the time we actually have. My apologies on that. Here we go. Sorry about that, everybody. Now it's been fixed again. Sorry about that. My break's gonna be a little longer than maybe you were expecting. This match is expected to start at 11 p.m. Eastern. It's currently 10:57. I just made a mistake there. I forgot to add those 10 extra minutes. So now it's been fixed. Sorry about that, everybody. We'll be live soon, though. Don't worry. Welcome back, everybody, to the Spotty stream. We got one more match. So again, you guys, if you're paying attention to what we saw before, we actually saw an incredible match between New Age Panthers, Team Ignition 1-3-2 in a game 5. Now, our next match is an AGL match. It's a 2v2 matchup between very high-level teams between Seven Savages and Next 35 Pura Playas. Seven Savages, you might know them as FBZ Purple. They were known as FBZ Purple. In fact, actually, New Age Panthers, who we saw earlier, played against them and actually beat that team in a sweep. Now, this is a different league entirely, and it's actually a completely different record. Seven Savages are a really strong 2v2 team. They're 4-1 with 5 weeks of gameplay. Pura Playas are currently 3-2. Again, it's going to be a close one here as AGL, I believe it's a 7-week season. I believe AGL is 7 weeks and not 6. Yeah, LOS is 6. I believe AGL is 7. So, nearing the end of the regular season for both these teams, and well, so far again they've had pretty strong records. To just continue to improve on that. As again, we are excited. I am excited just really for how this is gonna work. Oh, I know it's a 6-week regular season, not a 7-week. They said 6 weeks actually, so this is actually the last week of the regular season before we get to the AGL playoffs. So the season's gonna end very soon. Meaning that we're going to get to the playoffs, and the playoffs are about 4 weeks, so the playoffs themselves are going to last about a month, and well, that's going to be quite exciting. And we are just setting up for what's to come between these teams. Let's take a look at the lineups here. Again, this is 2s, so these rosters a little bit smaller than what we saw before, those 3v3 rosters. Seven Savages playing with Geo and Lil Wolf. 65 Pura Playas. I believe actually that Jay is going to be. It told me it's him and Icy who are playing tonight. So, do the roster for those teams. That'll be an interesting match again. Seven Savages are 4-1. Pura Playas are 3-2. One of the major reasons why Pura Playas are 3-2 is because in week 1 they actually had a double forfeit. They did not. Again, it was not expected that they would. That was going to happen, but they did lose in a double forfeit in week 1. Apparently, actually. Again, apparently that there's some issues with that. So again, if they could have been 4-1 from that first week alone, well, these teams have also lost to the same team, Breaker Phantoms, and both of them lost to them in the same way at Game 5. In fact, Seven Savages really like Game 5. They got, in their 5 matches so far this season, 3 of them have ended in Champions Field. Who applies? I think they've had better times. They've swept a lot of their opponents. Again, that first week loss really is hindering that overall performance, but how dominant they've been winning some of these other teams in this league. It would be pretty close here as get a prediction poll up. We're gonna get these teams in as soon as we can. Again, they both excited to join on in as again we're gonna have another best of 5 here. Between Seven Savages, Pura Playas. The prediction poll is up, so vote for you think will take this one. Reminder, it is a 2v2, and these are some pretty good teams, so I expect that we're going to be seeing a lot of action. Actually, I've actually misspelled a name here on our little thing here. Let me go second to fix that, because Little Wolf actually has 2 F's in his name, not 1. Just noticed that as I was checking. Let me... There we go. That should fix it. It's Lil Wolf with 2 F's. 7. Thank you for the follow. Oh, Lil Wolf. Hey, speaking of Lil Wolf, welcome in, Lil Wolf. Welcome to the Spotty stream. Thank you for the follow. Good luck in your match against Pura Playas, which, by the way, is Spanish for Pure Beaches, if you didn't know. X35 is a Puerto Rican-based organization. They are partnered as well. Not too crazy to think about as we are going to get things sorted out here very, very soon. As again, once these teams are in the lobby, we'll get things going. It's a 2v2. Again, it's going to be interesting because both these teams, I don't think will have any subs available. Some Savages don't have one. But Playas, they have Duval as their sub, but I don't think he's available tonight. So it's going to be Jay and Icy playing together. We are going to be waiting for these teams to join in. As soon as they're in the lobby, we'll be getting things started as Seven Savages taking on Pura Playas. The X85 organization with a better game differential, much better one. Again, they've only gone to Game 5 once, and that was when they lost to Striker, Phantoms. All the other wins are either 3-0s or 3-1s. Now, of course, the only other loss was a forfeit loss, so again, they haven't had too much experience on Game 5. Seven Savages have gone to it a lot, so we'll see if we can get there. If we get to Game 5, Seven Savages have a huge advantage. Pura Playas, like, they're going to want to start off the series as quickly as they can and get early wins. As Geo with the follow. Thank you, Geo. Good luck in your match, both Geo and Little Wolf with the follows. Thank you very much. Welcome in. Once again, we are going to be waiting for these teams. As soon as Pura Playas do join, we'll get things started. As again, this was the last match of the night, so get excited. Get your points going in as well. It would be a shame to not vote for quite the epic series it is. But again, if you recognize that Pura Playas name, that is because they've been on the stream before, but for freeze back when they played El Canton. You know, I think week 1 for the 3v3 league, they were able to win that one in a game 5. Again, we haven't actually gotten to see their 2v2 team yet, so this will be a first, and it's going to be, again, right at the end of the season. These guys are both with very good records. Wins would help them get good at seeding, but they're both going to make the playoffs at this stage. They've actually... Oh, no, there's a chance they may not. There's a lot of teams actually in this, I think. Oh, no, there's not. There's actually less than 16 teams. There's 14 teams in this grouping together, so everybody will make the playoffs as long as you don't, get kicked out of the league. So, whether or not these teams are going to kind of work on kind of axing for those playoffs, getting a good kind of momentum boost into it. And we are, again, just approaching that match start time. Seven Savages are 4-1. Pura Playas are 3-2. Again, the record's pretty close. Again, we are just waiting for them here to join. The Savages have been in the lobby for a little bit. Pura Playas, I think, are going to be joining on time here, and we'll be getting this best of 5 started in just a moment. Yo, I'm an MLE. Yes, I am actually an MLE. You're right, I am an MLE. Geo, waiting for the next season to start. I'm going to get myself back in that MLE kind of stage. Just waiting for the next season to start. I think they're currently on an off season, so just waiting. But yes, I am in Minor League Esports. I'm one of the casters from Minor League. Again, unfortunately, I haven't been able to do casting for them in a little while because they haven't had a season. They haven't had their season start, so we are waiting for them. As soon as they're ready. I'm going to be really excited for this, so. Excited for what Minor League can do here, because I like Minor League. It's a fun league. It's got a lot of fun matches. A lot of really good casting talent. Just again, we are currently, I think, in the off-season for MLE, so. Just gonna wait until the next season starts, and then I'll be back in. Again, we are just waiting for the teams here. As soon as they're ready, we'll get things started. I am messaging them currently, but I don't believe. Again, they are not in. Oh, now they are in. I just said it the wrong time. They are in. On time, I might add. As here we go. Again, a best of 5, 2v2. On the blue are the 7 Savages. On the orange is 135 Pura Playas. Both these teams at respectable records, but end off their season. They want to end off well here. It's Geo Little Wolf versus Jay and Icy Narwhal. Let's get this going. Last week of the AGL season. This is going to be a fun one. Pura Playas I've done a lot better when it comes to their wins, but when it comes to their losses, they've gone in Game 5. They've had more of them as well. Really, just trying to make sure that they get a good record going to those playoffs, because being kind of the stronger team in that first round might be really helpful for these teams. Kind of get rid of those playoff nerves. You play against an easier opponent, you probably have a little more practice just getting into the playoffs. As Savages, challenged by Little Wolf, Jay with the pinch away. Playas, I'm waiting patiently on defense, but so far nothing going through. Nice Narwhal. Trying to find the pass to Jay, but an overcommit means 7 Savages trying to go back the other way. Jay, challenge on Geo. Geo still getting it through. That's on target. That goes in. A dunk play, and it's an issue that I think we've seen from a lot of teams on this org from 100x35, and it's one that I will not continue. That I'll continue to keep talking about. That they overcommit a lot, and in 2v2s, you can't overcommit. You can't do it, or else things will happen to you that you're not going to be happy with. As you gotta be careful when they send that second player up, because if that second player jumps up in a position where they cannot win, they're essentially giving a goal away here for free. As Savages trying to push upfield. Icy. Get past one. The Wolf for the challenge. Jay down the field. For Pura Playas. Sent back by Geo. Icy. Narwhal getting bumped away. Geo, but he's on no low boost. And that's. Oh, he's actually got a dunk on it. Midfield for Lil Wolf. That's an open net. Geo got that one. I thought he stood no chance. He had 0 boost going down the field. Jay. Oh, he just shot it straight at him. Geo at the right place at the right time. And 7 Savages off to an immediately aggressive start as I just noticed actually the record is incorrect. I don't actually have it listed, so I'll list it very soon. Here for the 7 Savages as right now, Pura Playas need to find some sort of an answer right now. The Savages just taking advantage of some very strange mistakes. I mean, the first one was an overcommit. It's not too strange. The second one, though, that one from Jay, he shot it straight into Geo. Basically allowed himself to get dunked. Pura Playas are getting really pushed back here. 7 Savages. You're not up on that challenge game. And they're finding some space because of it, although Pura Playas are able to kind of keep up, but you can already tell they are much less confident in jumping up for those kind of plays as 7 Savages are. Is now midfield. Little Wolf to make it free. That goes through. Another goal for the Savages. For the 7 Savages, actually. And it's Lil Wolf who catches Jay jump, and then Jay also inadvertently bumped Icy Narwhal out of that save as well. Just to add a little bit of insult to injury. Player who could save it. Well, he wouldn't be able to as... Let me quickly... There we go. Record is now being shown here as Geo. We get it on target. Jay. One-on-one with Lil Wolf. Jay has to take it to the sky. Dribble. He's got past him too. Jay down the field. The Pura Playas get their first of the series. It was only a matter of time before that would happen. Though they are now only down by 2. They have a lot of work to do. They got 2.5 minutes to do it. Come back into this one and to maybe try to take game on themselves. That kickoff won't do them any favors. Jay going back. Geo off target. Jay's going to be chased down here. He's got to be careful. He does take the boost, but he's going to have to be watching out as Geo chases after him. Now he's down with Lil Wolf. I see. Geo, oh, he's been caught out of position there. Now Icy, one-on-one. Wants a dribble. Gets over the last defender. Icy Narwhal 1v2. Well, really, it was more of a 1v1 because Geo absolutely gave himself up on that play with that jump. And it's for Icy Narwhal. I mean, I love that dribble, but it should not have been that easy for him to get that dribble in the first place. Well, he does take advantage of the mistakes very well. 7 Savages starting to find their own issues here on defense as well, they're just putting themselves in a few bad positions, and when you give up one-on-one against the first 35 Pura Playas team, obviously, as you can see, they take full advantage as the Wolf to the sidewall. Midfield trying to clear it away. Jay is waiting for it, but can challenge this, and he will. Jay take it to the sky, flip reset. He wants it on target, doesn't get the touch. Geo will clear it out. You see Narwhal to the side. Geo. The Wolf couldn't put it on target. Geo, though, has the run up. Open nets, open goal. Geo is reestablishing that 2-goal lead. And this one gonna be a free goal for Geo as Pura Playas both committed into that corner. Again for Pura Playas, and specifically, at least in this game so far, a lot of these goals have come off of them committing too heavily. All these challenges, I just see them go and throw themselves at it. I want to see them take more time. Either choose your challenges more wisely or make sure you plan on recovery more often. Because these overcommits are going to cost them. 7 Savages are a good enough team that can't just overcommit on them and expect that they're not going to take advantage. They will. They're 4-1. They're going to find any goal that they can get. As now a pinch. Geo's blocked it. Icy up early off the back wall. Doesn't have it. Missed there. Jay off the post and in. 1 goal difference once again. That pinch kind of scared Geo there, and you knew as soon as that bounce happened, he just couldn't read this one, and then off the back wall was fully banking on Icy being able to shoot that, but Icy never came close, and Jay found the shot. Only 1 goal needed for the Pura Playas. As Icy pinch off of Geo. around the corner. Lil Wolf will get it clear. Jay now. Fine to touch, but needs to keep it going. Lil Wolf is gonna stop him or at the very least actually slow him down. He's not gonna stop him, but he is gonna slow him. So this play dangerous in front of the nets. Evan Savage is holding on to his lead, but not confidently, I might add. 35 are finding out kind of that new gear. They found that offensive success. As time winds down, Seven Savages can get a little more, can get a little closer to winning that game one. The Wolf, no second touch, and Geo. Missed by Icy Narwhal. Geo not on target off the crossbar, and Icy Narwhal is there. Geo does challenge though, and here comes the Savages, but that's a good demo. Open, Icy Narwhal. That one is off the post, and it's in. What a shot from Icy Narwhal. He created that all by himself. The demo, too, was all from his own doing. Icy Narwhal putting his team on his back at this point. And now it's tied up with 5 seconds left. 135 Pura Playas have come back from, what was a 3-goal deficit, and now potentially trying to hit the lead, but this one will hit the ground. Pura Playas couldn't take the game one there off that kickoff. Now in overtime, a miss, a second miss. Wait a second to go off, hurting them here. Geo can't put it on as Jay will get back, but he has been on a boost. Looking for a challenge here on the Wolf. Midfield for Geo. Icy Narwhal enough to make one touch, and the whistle will get back to it. Icy find that midfield. Geo and the Wolf. That first touch is so heavy for him. Gonna have to really chase to get back to this one, and in fact he's gonna chase too much off the back wall. Geo doesn't have that initial read, and now it's up to Jay. On one, couldn't win the challenge. Icy now all by himself. He's gotta be careful, but he gets dunked. Little Wolf, open nets, and a huge throwaway there from the Pura Playas. Icy. Oh, and he's calling for the server change. I don't know. Again, we're gonna give him that server change, but he's calling for a server change immediately here, saying that was a lag issue, although we'll say it was a game that was well won here from the Seven Savages. They got that dunk. Again, we are going to reset this one for game 2 here, as again, immediate call there for the change, lobby change here. Interesting choice. Again, I can see why they did it. Again, his kickoff, he also missed on that too. So I'm not. It is interesting. It is interesting though that again that he was the one who ultimately made that mistake. He couldn't get the flick on that dribble, and well, that one again, it's an overcommit. But that one actually is because of a mistake from the second man, that where they actually didn't make a mistake on actually win the challenge. It just made a mistake on the challenge itself. As a follow coming from Spike. Thank you, Spike TTV, for the follow. Welcome to the sportiest stream. We're going to move into game 2 here of Seven Savages, Pura Playas. I think I actually need to tell Pura Playas. Go again. A matchup we've seen so far, but for the Pura Playas again, maybe with a little bit of ping on their side now in the second lobby, we'll see if things can change for them. As we'll wait for them again. It seems like they're having some slight issues here as they're back in. We'll get ourselves going into game 2. Unfortunate ending to game 1. Icy. He'll wish he had that play back because he had open room. Thing looks a lot better for these players. I don't think we're going to have any complaints here as in game 2. Seven Savages start the series off in their favor, but this is a team that doesn't sweep often. They're a team that can be played close to, and you can already see Pura Playas. I mean, they had the chance to win that series at many different points. Well, again, the ending was kind of a throwaway chance there. I don't think we're gonna be seeing them staying as that kind of lesser team for long. But that's an overcommit. That's a free goal for Little Wolf. Pura Playas have not learned that when you play offense as that second player, you have to play more pessimistically. They continue to play that aggressive playstyle, and it continues to hurt them more than it helps. And you really can't make those mistakes. Thank you for the compliment, Spike. I see you in chat. Thank you for the compliment. Yeah, it is a nice overlay. It was made by LNDR, if you know who LNDR is. One of the premier graphic creators for Rocket League streams like this. Is we are currently in game 2, Seven Savages. Trying to take this series quickly, but Icy Narwhal will get one back. That was no overcommit. Again, you can see there's the second man. He didn't jump for it. He waited. Let the challenge go through. And then he went for it when he knew he had it. It is tied 1-1. Playas off the kickoff. Jay, quick challenge! And there's number 2, right back here for Jay. Playas. Not gonna be without an answer in this game. He's got scored on once, and now they'll get 2 straight. A quick challenge from Jay. And for the Playas, again, all they need to worry about is just make sure they don't overcommit too often. And as long as they do that, I think they have a real good shot at beating 7 Savages here. Offense has been one that has been very formidable, even to a team like 7 Savages who have basically seen everything at this point in their season. You see, one-on-one with Gio off the corner here, but Gio has it. Jump from Lil Wolf, though. Bit of mistrust there in Lil Wolf. They'll have the ball. Jay will get to it, though, and Playas keep up that 2v2 pressure. Gio now. Icy, oh, he's left it out of his own net. Double commit from the Playas, but Icy will get there, and there was no chance to 7 Savages. The double commit will go unpunished. In fact, Icy now was just beating both of them there. Inch on the backfield. Lil Wolf gives it away, but Icy maybe trying to find Jay. A pass in the air. Jay's not going to challenge, though. Biggest chance on the 1v1 against Lil Wolf. Maybe right in that, because Lil Wolf has absolutely nothing. And Playas. Again, I love their more controlled play style. They're not overcommitting as much anymore. They're making the decision that, and again, I said that there's 2 ways they could fix it. They either decide not to challenge that second man, or instead they try to play a different way. As that is really well made by Lil Wolf. 2-2. It's a great solo play again. Playas are sitting back more defensively. There's still going to be goals against them as Lil Wolf there with that 1v1, and he just gets that flick. He catches the defender kind of near that side wall, and he just goes straight to the midfield, straight for the nets, and that speed will carry him all the way. The game is back to being tied. Is Gio. A high pop-up. 7 Savages. Give this one out, Lil Wolf. Quick past Jay. They see Narwhal to his own corner. Gio. And for Lil Wolf. I see Narwhal's miss, but Jay will clear it out here. Playas. I'm not entered in this game. I've not played this well. I'm willing to lose. Give everything they have to take it. This game is felt like it's gone by very slowly, although it could be the fact that we've had 4 goals in just half the game. Well, so far for these teams, again, just both kind of back and forth, both kind of waiting in kind of posture situations. No one taking any crazy risks anymore. Not Playas, that's for sure. They've learned that those risks haven't really favored them. There's now Lil Wolf taking a chance there. Second chance! That's gone wide. Nice deal off the back wall, and it was a great double tap attempt there from Lil Wolf. They got that second one off the back wall, but he couldn't get the rebound. Couldn't put it in, and 7 Savages almost with the lead, but almost is not going to be close enough for them. As Playas shot on, Gio gets the save. Lil Wolf kind of following him in pursuit here. Now he's got to go to the midfield. Challenge potential. We have from Lil Wolf. Jay, one-on-one with Gio. Gonna fake him. 50. Gio keeps it out. Follow up. That's kept wide. Narwhal jumped early. And now Lil Wolf and overcommits. But Jay gets back. Playas with the recoveries. Can't blame Narwhal for going that challenge. He thought that net was open. At this point, maybe Playas starting to get a bit desperate to take that lead back. They've had it for so long that to lose at this point in the game would be absolutely detrimental to their confidence. Those overcommits, again, can do a lot of harm if you do not play well. You do not want to overexert. You do not want to overpress yourself. Use that offensive half, especially in twos when, especially as the second player, you have to be restrained. You have to be defensive. Icy. Not have any boost, Jay. You again, not engaged in challenge here. He's going to let them shoot this one. They'll keep it to the corner. The Wolf, though, with the dunk. Icy Narwhal. Being forced to play that back wall. Challenge from Gio. It's wide. Lil Wolf won't get the chance to challenge as Jay keeps it out. 7 Savages will turn around and run all the way back. But the challenge in the midfield. 7 Savages. It feels like they're just waiting. There's Gio. It's over Icy, but Jay now. Playas just kind of, again, they're doing well sending 2 to every challenge. The nice thing is, again, the second player isn't challenging. They're waiting for the challenge to go the wrong way. In most situations, they are making such good decisions. As that second player to not challenge when they don't have to, when they can't win. Why they've done well keeping that net a lot cleaner this game as 7 Savages A lot more difficult to find chances. Lil Wolf. Geo's jumping too. It's kept wide, but they are being trapped here on their own side as they just went overtime at this point. Lil Wolf, clear, Icy Narwhal. Can't keep it up. We're going to overtime in game 2. 7 Savages with a chance to take match point early on in this series. But Pura Playas with how they played. It's another close game, another one that goes to an OT, and this is a good chance for them to take this one. They've definitely stepped up on their challenges. It means they may not be as aggressive as they were before. It does mean that they are going to make smarter decisions. But maybe it's not enough. Geo, saved by Jay. Lil Wolf jump too. Icy Narwhal. And no, not enough boost to make that shot. Pura Playas still searching. Demos now from Jay. The backfield cleared here by some Savages. Now Jay trying to maybe set himself up. But now Icy's jump too. Overcome hit. Jay's trying to recover. Lil Wolf towards the net. Jay's falling on top for the save. Jay had a little bit of boost. Used everything there to get back to the ground as quickly as he could to get that stop. 7 Savages thought they had it. But Jay will thwart the opportunity. Now in front again. Jay won't get this one from Lil Wolf. Dropping 1,114 points. Lil Wolf with a spectacular performance. 3 goals all from him. And this one matters the most. It's the game winner. And now that's 2 straight overtime wins from 7 Savages. 35 Pura Playas have kept it close, but have not been able to do enough to win. Lil Wolf has definitely been a pain for them because Lil Wolf 7 shots, 3 goals, 6 saves. Lil Wolf had an insane matchup because this was definitely 135's match to lose, and while they lost it all right, Lil Wolf went absolutely ballistic. And now for Pura Playas, they've got to make a reverse sweep, something that does happen on the stream. It doesn't happen super often though. Although generally speaking, they happen they happen decently often, maybe every 2 months or so. So we could be due for one. We'll see if it does happen here. Pura Playas, it all starts in game 3 though, and a lot of work to do as Jay on the corner, top midfield. Geo jumping for it, looking to the back wall. Jay, and that's gonna be a free shot for Lil Wolf. Jay was getting pressed to his own back line, and in a bit of a state of panic, just shot that one right in the midfield, and that is good for Lil Wolf. Should have kept it grounded. He could have 50-50 Geo in that position. He would have been able to keep it wide in that chance. He could have been able to control a lot better. You can tell that he was just in a position where he didn't at all feel like he had that time. 7 Savages doing well to score first now. Look for number 2. Jay clears it downfield. Lil Wolf. In by Jay. Geo. Make by Icy. And now a demo. Icy Narwhal beats Geo on the punch. And 135 Pura Playas have done better at getting those demos. Jay specifically has chased after Lil Wolf specifically. He knows that Lil Wolf has been a really strong defensive rock for this team. And if you can get rid of him, you can get that net to be a lot more vulnerable. Pura Playas will answer back with a goal of their own. Here comes Lil Wolf. He's been, again, a scary player all series long, and he looks to try to continue at pinch midfield, looking for Geo in front. No shot coming from Lil Wolf as he ran out of boost and ran all the way back to his defensive half as a result. Again, you can already see him creating a chance, creating a good pass on the back wall. Oh, that one could have been open for Icy. I don't think Geo was ready. Looked like he had his hands off controller. Looked like he was relaxing in his own back of his net. Totally was not prepared for what could have happened if they shot that one. It won't hurt them here. Geo. Saved by Icy and Geo. Oh man, Geo, he's going to be regretting that, but he does get back. He's very fortunate to do that because that should be a goal for Pura Playas. Geo played way too aggressively for that 50-50 in front of the goal. 7 Savages. Could have been down by 1 at this point. But Pura Playas had a little more boost on their back end. But they keep pressuring Geo. That's going towards net. Jay will keep it out. Pura Playas again just playing the defense, trying to find each other, but that touch is just going to go too far away from Icy. He's kept himself grounded here. He hasn't been able to get into involve as Geo. Oh, he's missed that one. And now Lil Wolf to the back wall. Uh-oh. Server, I think, has crashed on us here. We're going to actually call a We're gonna call. I think we're gonna call a reset here. Because I thought my internet went out. No, the lobby absolutely broke. As no, they're not calling for a reset here for Pura Playas, so we'll actually have the second goal here, but that is a very strange one. As we're gonna keep on going, Jay's gonna have to play a 1v2 for the time being. Icy has left the lobby again. You might think it's his internet, but it was the server itself completely broke on us. I gotta love these servers. I totally thought my internet went out on me, but it did not. My internet is still perfectly fine, as Avengers will get one back. I think that makes sense for them as well, because that goal against them from Jay, it's off of those internet issues. Oh, and then for Seven Savages 2v1, they'll make things pretty quick and easier for them, as we'll see what they do here. Seven Savages, what are they going to do? As I think we have a reconnect here. We do. Icy's reconnected. Although, unfortunately for him, he's reconnected right into getting shot on. Doesn't make things any nicer for him here as he joins back in, and Gio will shoot. What a weird turn of events this has been, with Icy having his internet issues, leaving, and then coming back in. Well, it's like things are back to at least somewhat of a sense of normalcy here, as see if we can. We're gonna see how this game progresses. As Savages do have the lead. Again, just some really strange plays. Really, again, strange turn of events. The server didn't like these guys that much. I promise you, it's not my internet. If it was my internet, I would have my stream would have probably been disconnected. Instead, it's the servers themselves who are doing it. And Pura Playas, unfortunately, they're gonna be getting the wrong end of that ordeal. As now they gotta play defense. Good save from Jay as he jumps over his net. Got some time, but not that much time. Gio's gonna challenge him. You see Pura Playas, they're trying to set up these solo plays, trying to set up these dribbles. Panthers are not letting them have any of it. As Jay gets past Little Wolf. Off the back wall, trying to find a pass midfield for Icy Narwhal! Tucked into the bottom right corner. Jay marches downfield. He gets that touch over Little Wolf, what was completely unexpected from Little Wolf. He thought Jay, I think, had no boost, and he's going to set up Icy Narwhal for a really nice low shot there, expecting both players to jump for it in anticipation. He shoots low, he gets it. Seven Savages, well, they haven't been able to take the lead. They won't keep it for long. Off the kickoff for Jay. Pura Playas played an extremely aggressive kickoff. And my goodness, they have done well at keeping that aggression. They take the lead here. As now trying to get back in front, cleared by Jay. Seven Savages, a minute here to try to get one goal, maybe even make it two. Icy dribble, looking for the bump. He gets under Lil Wolf, and he puts it in. What a solo effort! Icy Narwhal down the field. Pura Playas wants game 4. And the solo effort, they've been trying for it all game long. They get the chance, and make no mistake of it, they know what they're doing, but they did just overcommit. Little Wolf will score on the way back. Bad timing by me, I apologize, as Little Wolf catches a break there in that opportunity. The rotations broke down, as maybe they're just a little too hopeful in that challenge. Now, back to a 1-goal difference. Is Jay. Has a dribble. Gio. Get back, Icy Narwhal. He'll take it himself. Gio. Up to the ceiling. No touch. Here comes Jay. Wants the second. Not in there, but now it is for Icy Narwhal. Pura Playas made Seven Savages wait on the goal line. When you can make a team just sit like that, you're bound to find a good chance to go in. A lot of control ever since those disconnect issues. They did call for it. They said no resets. They didn't want one, even with the solo server breaking down on us. Well, they're going to be benefited from it. As for Seven Savages, well, the series is nowhere near over for them. And they're nowhere near they're not in a dangerous position. That game definitely could make things a little more difficult for them because Playas have done well to get that offense going, and Icy specifically, when he's not disconnecting, he's finding really good chances to score. His guys are working very well as holding that pressure, holding the final 10 seconds. They're gonna take game 3 here. We won't see a sweep here from Seven Savages. First game of the series as well. Also not to go into our first game of the series, not to go to overtime. Seven Savages. We'll have to look to game 4 to take the series as we'll see what happens here. We'll see if these guys still want that. We'll see if these guys do want the lobby reset. I don't think they are going to want it anyways because the server did just break down on us in the middle of that game. It led to a couple goals from Seven Savages, but Playas overall had the better playstyle. An interesting turn of events, I'll say. As, again, we're now waiting for them here here we go. Setting up for game 4. Seven Savages still have match points, but Playas starting to make that reverse sweep for themselves. Go to the kickoff. 5 minutes. Decide if, once again tonight, we're going to go to game 5, or if the series will end here. Going to be all down, I think, to how the Seven Savages can combat what Playas have shown that they can do last game. Playas, again, they've found ways to follow each other up. They've used those mechanics for good. They're going to have to find a way to kind of compete with that, as I don't think Playas are going to change anytime soon, as Jay has this one. He's only got enough time for maybe 1 or 2 more touches, and then right back to Lil Wolf. Now he looks for the second touch. That one's on target, but Icy Narwhal pretty easily keeps that out. It's very casual from him on that play, as now he's caught the dribble. Left for Jay. Flip reset. Jay is not actually going to have it there. He didn't get the flip reset, I don't think. He would have used it in that position, but he, obviously, as you can see, he looks kind of confused that he didn't actually hit that. He wasn't actually going to be able to get that second touch. Now Gio going for a play of his own, trying to get the bump on Jay. Lil Wolf, quick shot! Stopped by Icy Narwhal. Now Jay the other way. No boost, but pick up some pads and waste some time out here. Allow his teammate Icy Narwhal to push up, but here comes Gio. Dribble, he's got a very slow push. He's gonna get bumps there, but he still has the ball. 2v1, Gio. Wanted to flick on that, but it's nowhere with that touch. Now Jay, the pinch back the other way. Runs by Lil Wolf. Seven Savages waiting for the opportune moment. Gio might have found it. What a stop from Icy Narwhal, but that's an open net for Lil Wolf. Playas gave him the opportune moment. Gio watched as Icy Narwhal backflipped into what would have been an easy challenge. That gave him the opportunity to just dribble this one, force both defenders to commit, and allow for Lil Wolf to put in the finisher. And as quickly as that play started, it will end just the same. Seven Savages will have the first goal, and a play that was not created by themselves. They really waited for Playas to make the mistakes. Now it's up to Playas to answer Jay. Dribble, he's been pretty solid at these as he gets past one, but Gio has it, stopped away by Jay, and now Icy Narwhal's going to chase after to his own corner. Playas, no, they have time. They see, they look very calm. Again, while they are down, they aren't down by much, and there's so much time left for them to come back. And in fact, this might be a good time to do it. Icy Narwhal bumped by Gio. He's actually trying to run away here from getting bumped. Playas and have been the friends of the bump game for a lot of this series. That's a huge mistake from Icy Narwhal. Lil Wolf with an easy shot. I thought we were going to be a little more time here. I was going to talk about these playstyles, but no. Icy Narwhal just did not hit that away from his net. It's still sitting in front of his net. Lil Wolf, all he had to do was make sure it was on target, and that's going in. And that will be goal 2 for the Seven Savages. Next 35, Playas. Trying to keep up, but the Savages definitely have the upper hand. Catching a lot of mistakes. That's really all they're doing in this game. They're not committing all that heavily. They're waiting for the Playas to make whiffs, to make errors, and they're catching them on. It's a playstyle that and working twos. It is one, though, that's a bit risky because the other team starts to play a lot better. It can really fall apart, but some Savages, they know that every team will make mistakes. They know Playas definitely can be mistake prone. They're doing, they're just waiting for it. It's now Lil Wolf. That's just a good solo play. No mistakes there. 7 Savages out of third. Lil Wolf with all the scoring again in a game. 3 goals here. He's already got his hat trick. That one's just, what makes it so strong is the pace of which he does it. The pace of the read. Even before the ball hit that side wall, he was jumping for it. That kind of speed, that kind of recognition of the play that's unfolding. Not something you see often at this level. And it's something that is a thankless kind of a thankless skill. There's now Lil Wolf, stopped by Jay. Lil Wolf maybe trying to look in midfield. That one kept wide. Geo, pinch here. I'll look out for a pass back for Lil Wolf. That one not on target. 7 Savages just doing well to play a game of keep away here. Pura Playas. Playas are now on almost no boost entirely. Geo gonna get demoed by Icy. You have to go to the mid boost to get some resources. As such, will actually go to Lil Wolf, and he'll actually keep it in. He doesn't get the flip reset, meaning Icy Narwhal can dribble it and pinch it. Really, some 7 Savages, even when it feels like the Pura Playas have that ball, 7 Savages very quick to wrestle it back into their control and really giving no time for Pura Playas to get any offense. As Lil Wolf trying to get the dunk, does get it, but that succession there will not lead to anything immediately. In fact, I think 7 Savages are more concerned on about their defense at this point than their offense. As now the defense is completely crumbled there. Oh my, I didn't think Jay would have a free shot like that. Lil Wolf, I didn't think Jay was just going to have a free shot there. I thought Gio would have been at least guarding his net. He was not. He was in the corner as well. And that is a surprisingly surprisingly bad play from 7 Savages, who have been very good at making strong efforts, as Lil Wolf will immediately get it back off the kickoff. That didn't take long for them. Gio did all the work by himself. He beat out Icy Narwhal, and that beat means that Lil Wolf has an open net to shoot at. And he'll find the target. Jay didn't even jump for it, knowing that it's impossible to predict where the shot's going. Seven Savages keeping a strong lead at this point. Not a lot of time left in this game for them to hold on to it. Jay. We're on 1. He's actually a 350. Icy. What a stop from Gio, and that might have just silenced the Pura Playas here for the last time this series. The Pura Playas, again, time is just running out for them. In front for Icy. Lil Wolf's kept it wide. Jay on target. Lil Wolf's missed, and that's gone through. Pura Playas still think there's some time left for them. 17 seconds. They need to get 2 goals. All going to rely on this next kickoff. If this next kickoff doesn't work for them, I think that's going to end this series once and for all. It's going to settle it 100%. What kind of play will they go for here? The kickoff doesn't work in their favor. Lil Wolf going to waste out some time here. Final 10 seconds. Icy Narwhal flick. Double commit from 7 Savages, but that touch will slow them down just enough here for the Pura Playas, and that will end the series. A 3-1 loss for the Pura Playas, but a 3-1 win for 7 Savages. They end off their season 5-1. They're going to go to the playoffs with quite an impressive showing up for it. A lot of incredible wins as this one hits the ground. 7 Savages take the series. The next 25 Pura Playas will now end their season 3-3. And while both these teams will be making the playoffs, 7 Savages in a much better position. Again, an incredible performance. You have to be happy with that one if you are the 7 Savages. And their 2v2 season has gone incredibly well for them. As this one will end here. Next 35 Pura Playas, we'll just have to go into that kind of playoffs, and we'll have to start off with a pretty tough matchup, where as for 7 Savages, it's almost guaranteed that they're going to have a pretty easy matchup for that first week. Again, we haven't got it confirmed who will be, obviously, as the week is not over, but they should be pretty happy with that one, as 7 Savages, again, with a strong 2v2 performance here in the Amateur Gaming League. Again, a performance they can be happy with. A 4-1. Quite the result here to take down Pura. Playas says. I think actually one of them is going to join us. I think it's going to be Gio who's going to be joining us soon here. Just a chat again to end off this night. Yeah, it's actually it's going to be all of them. Gio and Lil Wolf are going to be joining us. So we're having them join us for a quick interview here to end off the night, to end off this stream. And again, that'll be it for everything as are waiting for them. Again, a 3-1 as they are just ending off their regular season so incredibly well. Welcome in, Gio. Congratulations on your win. You end off your regular season 5-1, a win over 135 Pura Playas. How are you feeling? That series, it had a couple of rough moments there in that third game, but you kind of pulled it back into game 4. You guys looked like you were the better team there. How does it feel to finally get that win?
Yeah, much appreciated. I mean, it was nice. I think, yeah, that third game was super scuffed. The entire lobby lagged and like disconnected, and like I hit the ball on net, nothing was happening, and then we all just kind of came back, kind of threw us off our game. But you know, we had to just walk back in, come back, and close it out. So
Yeah, it even lagged for me, and I thought my internet like cut out on me. That's how crazy it was. It was just so unexpected. But hey, it pushed through, and Lil Wolf just to kind of add on to that, I guess. Even though Game 3 was kind of fluky, it was a little bit of a weird game. The other games, you guys did well at keeping control. You really did out-pressure 135 Pura Playas. And you did especially well at taking advantage of mistakes. Can you tell me about kind of the kind of process that you guys had coming into the series? Did you have a set game plan? Because it felt like you guys kind of had a game plan, and you kind of molded a slight bit in during that series, but they kind of fit what 135 Pura Playas were adjusting to. But did you guys kind of have a set game plan going in, or did you just kind of trust that your normal game plan would work?
Yeah, we went with our normal game plan originally, and we just decided to keep it smooth, keep it patient. Then we saw Icy kind of like having pressure on the kickoffs. So originally, I thought in my mind, I was like, hey, I'm going to keep a lot more pressure, and that's where I kind of broke their defensive line, and they just, they double committed. I accepted it, and I was like, okay, cool, I got an opening, and I just took the opening whenever I had the chance. So we just decided to keep that pressure a lot stronger than what we normally do, and it just worked out. Sometimes we had a few mishaps, but our recoveries were good, and we just kept it consistent.
And of course, and I believe this does again end the regular season, as I mentioned before. You guys end your season off 5-1, going into the playoffs. What a way to win the last week. In the last week is so important for a lot of teams because of momentum. Gio, what is your kind of opinion on that? Are you guys the kind of team that really wanted this win just to kind of get that momentum, or did it not really kind of matter to you guys all that much?
I mean, we always want to win, right? Like, I don't know of anyone that enjoys losing. But I don't think there was any real pressure. It's like, our backs weren't against the wall. We weren't down in the series. We already have a pretty good season record. So once playoff comes around, I'm sure that mindset will change. It's our first season, so we definitely want to be able to win it, and try to see what we can do.
Yeah, and again as well, Lil Wolf. Again, you guys have had a really strong 2v2 season. We aren't going to mention about that 3v2 season all that much because, yeah, your 3v2 seasons, at least for Skyward series, has not been great. But it must be refreshing to have a 2v2 season where you guys just feel like you're on top of the world. Because again, it was a little rough for you guys, even back when you're on FBZ Purple. You guys, you had troubles in the 3v, but 2v2s, you guys find so much space. Tell me about why are you guys having so much success in 2s and maybe not as much in 3s?
It's just our chemistry. We have a good chemistry enough to where half the time we don't even have to say where we are. We just know, and we just fit really, really well. Kind of like just a puzzle piece, and we never have a missing piece in our gameplay. And if we do, we fix it right away, and we adjust from there, and it happens really quickly, and we just end up getting the job done.
Again, you guys are super successful in 2v2s, 5-1 record going into that round of 16. But again, before you go, is there anything that you're going to kind of practice to kind of prepare for this moment?
Not much really we need to practice. We just need to stay a little bit more consistent, trust each other a little bit more, and just be more aggressive and work on our defense a lot more too, on where we are. So just positioning, rotations on defense, and that's all we need to do.
Again, I love to hear that. Again, you guys just are coming in confident. You have to be confident with a 5-1 record, beating down Pura Playas so consistently. Before you go, of course, I want to again congratulate you on your win, and also to give you guys some time to get some shoutouts. We'll start with Lil Wolf. We'll move then to Geo. So, Lil Wolf, the floor is yours. If there's anything you want to say, any shoutouts you want to make here.
Yeah, honestly, just shout out to honestly Geo, Shax and Spike. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't have been on this team unless they would have known, let me know about it, and it just gives us a little insight to expand my gameplay to other leagues and to show my worth pretty much, and it's just an honor, just to be here in general, and glad to be a part of a good team, and we work really well together. Hopefully, this just sticks together for a while. See what goes on from there.
Of course, and again, now we'll follow it up with Gio as the captain of the team. I'm sure there's a lot of things you can say now. Kind of, at the end of the season, you kind of have your time to kind of wrap everything up. What do you have to say?
I mean, same thing. Yeah, shout out to boy Lil Wolf. I've seen him improve a ton over the past year. We've built so much chemistry, and in other leagues we've gone pretty far together. So I'm excited to see how far we can take it here. Yeah, shout out to the org owners. Actually, I wasn't aware that you knew about FBZ and our team purple.
I played you guys.
Yeah.
Team played you guys. We played.
Okay. Yeah. So if I recall correctly, so we actually have two separate rosters. One of them doesn't include Little Wolf, and then there's another one that does include him. So when it comes to threes, it's a little more, we're playing with people who are still, learning and still trying to, play at a higher pace, trying to play, more in the GC area. And they're really they've really improved and they're coming along. This next roster though, with Little Wolf in it, we haven't really gotten the chance to make that debut yet. So I'm really excited to see what we can do there. Seeing as how well we're doing in twos. But yeah, I mean, back to the shout outs. Yeah, definitely shout out to the owners. So we actually had a merge. FBZ and Seven Savages merged together. So the leadership team with Spike, Fiery, Aldrickson, Straxel, all of them are amazing, great. And yeah, I'm just excited. We want to be able to come back and do the fall circuit, twos and threes, and touch any other league that we can, and just see how far we can go and how much we can improve together.
Well, I'm really excited for now that debut 3v3 match for Lil Wolf. I'm gonna be. I hope I get to see at least a part of that again. Congratulations on your win, a 5-1 end to your season, a 3-1 win here against Pura Playas. Congratulations. Have an amazing rest of your night.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man. Have a good night.
Was Geo and Lil Wolf there of the Seven Savages with their 3-1 win here tonight. To end off then again, we'll take a look at our schedule. Again, we'll just a quick recap. Team Ignition match 1 against New Age Panthers, 3-2, and then Seven Savages 1 against Pura Playas, 3-1. Really good match tonight. Pretty exciting rounds here. But that will be it for me. Thank you all so much for your support. It really does mean a lot. Again, that is going to be it. Thank you all so much. Have an amazing rest of your night, everybody. Take care. Thank you so much for joining the Spodia stream. And again, do well. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Have a good night, everybody.